Hello, my name is Chris Sharp. I came up through Boy Scouting and I earned my Eagle Scout Award. Now I'm an adult leader in our local Boy Scout troop. I'm also a volunteer firefighter. All of this to say, I use ropes and knots all the time. Have you ever gone to hang up a hammock or maybe a clothesline? Maybe you've wanted to join two pieces of ropes together, but you just didn't know the right knot to use. I'd like to look at 4 different knots with you today and talk about how to use them properly. So why don't you come on over here, join me. We're gonna start with the square knot. The square knot is also sometimes called the reef knot. This one is the most basic knot, one of the most basic knots taught in scouting. It's used to join 2 ropes of the same size together. Let me show you how this is done. Come on in here, cameraman. Nice and close. Nice and close, thank you. I have in my left hand the green rope. I have in my right hand the red rope. The way we remember this is left over right and right over left. So I'm going to turn around so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Left and right. Left over right, it loops around. Right over left, it loops through. This is our square knot. It's a very basic knot. And as you can see, the 2 green ones are coming through the same hole. The 2 red ropes are coming through the same hole. This is a square knot. You should be able to easily loosen it like this. So if one of them is coming out the other side, this is what we would call a granny knot. Oops, I didn't even do that right. This is what we would call a granny knot. This is not right. The ropes are coming out of 2 different sides. We want them coming out on the same sides to be a proper square knot. So one more time here. Are you getting all this? All right, left, right, left over right, right over left. There's your square knot. Perfect for tying 2 like-sized ropes together. Okay, now let's do a variation on that one. It's called the sheet bend. Let's say that the green rope is smaller than the red rope. The square knot won't work in this situation. They are dissimilar sizes and the green rope will just slip right on out of that knot. So what we do instead is, let me show you an example of what this is going to look like before we go on. This is the sheet bend, courtesy of animatedknots.com. We take a bite, that's what we call this, we take a bite of the larger rope, and we take the smaller rope and we come up in, go around, but instead of going back through like a square knot, all we do is tuck it back into itself. Okay, tightened up. This is a sheet bend. It will not allow the smaller rope to slip loose of the larger rope. Okay, one more time. We take the bite. We take the smaller rope. It goes in. It goes around, and then it tucks back in to itself. There you have it, sheet bend. That is for 2 dissimilar size ropes. Okay, now the hammock or clothesline. You have a rope wrapped around your tree, but then you're wondering, what do I do? How do I tie this? Well, we're going to do what's known as 2 half hitches to start with. 2 half hitches is this. However, this one also shows a double wraparound. We don't need to do the double wraparound. We're only worried about the knot itself, right here. Okay, 2 half hitches. Let me show you how this one is done. This is the end that extends out. Maybe it's a clothesline, maybe it's your hammock. This is the working end, the end of the rope that you have to work with. So what you're going to do is you're going to cross over. You're going to loop under once on the inside. See, it's on the inside of the hole. Then in the same direction, you're going to loop around to the outside. Tuck it through itself, and there you have 2 half hitches. Can you see that clearly? 2 half hitches right there. Now this is a slip knot, so if there's some movement on this rope, it's going to slip. In a moment, I'm going to show you a variation called a taut line. But one more time before we do that, let me show you 2 half hitches again. Here's your hammock end. Here's your working lead. You cross over. You come up on the inside. Keep it moving around the same direction. Come up on the outside and then tuck it back up through its own hole. There, 2 half hitches. Okay, let's do the taut line. The taut line is very similar, except we're adding one more hitch to the thing. The wind has apparently blown away my other example, but I will just show you. Come on in here. Okay, so when we had the 2 half hitches, we took it across and came up through and then went to the outside. Well, we're going to do the first part of that the same. Look down here at the knot. We're going to cross over, come up through, but still on the inside, we're going to cross through one more time. Cross over, come up. Now we have 2 on the inside. We're going to go 1 to the outside. There, come on in, nice and close. That is 3 half hitches. 3 half hitches is designed to not slip. There was no pun intended there. It is designed not to slip. This one is also called a taut line because you can manually, you can move the knot yourself with the hand, but as soon as there's load on the rope, it doesn't slip. So this one's a good one on the adjustment end of where your hammock is going to go. Stay in here nice and close. Let me show you that knot one more time. Okay, we cross over. We loop up once, we loop up twice. Now we go to the outside. 3 half hitches, nice and strong. It's not going anywhere. I use this one when I am adjusting the tightness of a clothesline or a hammock. Okay. And just so you all know, my son, my 13-year-old son, is our cameraman, and he is doing an absolutely wonderful job. Thank you, Josh. You can wave to the camera. Thank you. Okay, so to review, we've done the square knot. That is joining 2 ropes together. We've done the sheep bend. That's just like the square knot, except you're using 1 small size rope and 1 large size rope, and you're looping the small one back into itself. You're using the 2 half hitches to make your first loop around the tree for a hammock or for a clothesline, and then you're using the taut line, which is the 3 half hitches, to do your adjustment knot for the tightness, however tight you want your hammock and or your clothesline. So now that you've learned these few basic knots, you no longer have to live with the saying, if you can't tie a knot, tie a lot. Now you can use the proper knot for the proper application. Go, have fun with your knot tying, and thank you for watching this video.